suffer most to win bliss. If not understood correctly, people may inflict suffering upon themselves through wrong living, through choices which are adverse to our living, and then they suffer. And they say that Baba wants us to suffer so that we enjoy bliss. In my understanding, it means that if, first of all, we must understand, Baba says that 99% of our suffering is self created. That means we suffer for our own karmas. Suffering just does not come to anybody out of the blue without that particular soul. You may say spirit, now we are talking about spirit or consciousness of the soul, needs that experience of suffering. Now, when will that particular soul need that experience of suffering? Only when he has already sown the seeds of some doing, which is the result of which is suffering. Please, please stop me if you don't understand, because it is very, very fine tuned. It is very, very important for all of us to understand that when Baba says that I love most those who suffer most, it doesn't mean that people want, Baba wants us to suffer. No. You see, the point is that we are suffering because of our own karma, because of what we have done in the past. Suffering is the fruit or the result or the effect of the seed which we have sown in the past. There is a cause and there is an effect. The effect is the suffering. What Baba is trying to tell us is when the suffering comes, which is obviously the result of our past karma, then face it bravely, face it with courage, face it knowing that it is your own doing in the past. And when you do face it in that way, then that itself will open the pathway to you of the spiritual pathway, of the spiritual progress. That is how I understand this particular message. I now read the message. You should look upon physical and mental suffering as gifts from God. Now the question comes simple. If God is only merciful and if God is only justice, then why would he give such a gift to anybody? Basically, he would not do it. Gift, in my understanding, would mean that everything happens according to the operation of the law of karma. And Baba has said, in my wish, that when you suffer, think that Baba wants you to suffer. Wish number 3. When you feel happy, think Baba wants me to be happy. When you suffer, think Baba wants me to suffer. Now, why would Baba want you to suffer? So that you repay your past debts, so that you balance out your past karma. And in the process of balancing, what happens is that you move forward. As simple as that. So, in other words, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. In other words, if we consider suffering as a gift from God, then we do not go into the rigmarole of why me, poor me, you know, the victim mode and all that. And when we don't do that, we do not sow the seeds for further suffering. But if we accept it as a gift from God, if we accept it that, okay, in a sense of resignation or surrenderance, then what happens is that it has now balanced out, equated, or erased off, annihilated our past karma. And in that way, it helps us to progress further. And in that way, it is a gift from God. This is my understanding, because it is very important for us to understand that God never inflicts suffering or punishment on anybody. He is most merciful, he is most kind. In fact, whatever little suffering that we undertake, Baba has said that he's buffering it. He is like a buffer. He is like a cushion. He is like a spring, what is called shock absorber, where he takes up a lot of suffering and only passes on a little bit because of his infinite love for each one of us. So, again, I repeat, you should look upon physical and mental suffering as gifts from God. They bring their own lessons of the futility of the passing and for the intrinsic worth of the eternal. Now, this is where suffering comes handy, and suffering becomes a help to us rather than a hindrance when in the process of going through suffering we or our thought processes, our mental makeup should be such that I have slogged and did this. What am I getting? It's not worth running after whatever I ran after, and I'm getting the suffering. So, in other words, it should highlight, it should enlighten us, it should make us wiser to realize that all this is passing, all that I am running after, you know my desires, my cravings, I want to do this but I don't achieve, I suffer. I have achieved but it is taken away after some time, I suffer. It gives us the understanding of the futility of the passing. Passing means temporary, impermanent. Today it is there, tomorrow it is not there. Sorry, ephemeral. Yeah, okay, that means here it will give us the lesson of futility of the passing and for the intrinsic worth of the eternal. Because in deep suffering, when we self reflect, when we introspect, when we go within, when we question ourselves, why is this happening to me? The first answer that should come is it is happening because it had to happen. Why is it that it had to happen? It had to happen because I have sown the seeds of that happening in the past. Now the past may be immediate past or a few years or maybe a few lifetimes. We really do not know. That should come, and then the immediate thought should be that this is just a passing phase. This is just temporary. This is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Only God, truth, is the reality and is permanent. When we introspect and when we rotate those thoughts in our mind, then suffering has actually helped us. Suffering becomes a springboard for us to move further in our spiritual journey. So that is the first paragraph. We are already on 41. I had asked Rakesh to keep a track of the dhuni, which is going to be at 45. If Rakesh, the dhuni is being lit, I would suggest that you can come in without anything. Just come in automatically. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
perfect. You can.
Cyrus, I'm keeping an eye on that. They
You're
are,
keeping an eye.
yeah,
Exactly.
I'm keeping an eye. Something happens, I'll
Just about,
come in.
yeah,
Yeah.
just about to be lit. You
Yes.
can just come in automatically. Just
Yes.
just
Yes. I'll
just
do that.
barge in, so to speak. All
Yes.
right. So now, as okay, you want to read the second paragraph? Yeah. La- Switch off. Any questions so far? Because it's a very deep philosophy, and we need to understand this, in my understanding, in the right perspective. Otherwise, we could misunderstand that Baba is giving us the gift of suffering, or that Baba loves those who suffer most, and therefore let me suffer. And you inflict suffering upon yourself and then say, oh, Baba loves me so much because I am suffering so much. I don't think that's a healthy way of thinking. All right. Any
Cyrus ji?
Dilshad has something. Yes.
No, I don't have a question. Just suddenly the voice became softer once
Oh
something
yeah.
switched on.
Suddenly I had removed this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Highly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now Soumya is teaching me I should remove the left. You are right. You are right.
Do
Thank you.
not, sorry, do not get disheartened and alarmed with adversity, calamity, and misfortune pour in upon you. Thank God, for He has thereby given you the opportunity of acquiring forbearance and fortitude. Those who have acquired the power of bearing with adversities can easily enter
Oh,
the
you
spiritual
actually read
path.
the whole thing. Sorry. Do not get disheartened or alarmed when adversity, calamity, and misfortune pour in upon you. For each one of us, there has never been a single soul who has not gone through this adversity, calamity, and misfortune. They are a part of growing up. You and I may not have done anything so called to attract or to invite all these things in this life. But who knows, several thousands of lives before, we may have done something in the past, and Baba is just, in a sense, fast forwarding our karmas so that with this so called theoretical spiritual understanding, we are able to handle our life's misfortunes in a more impactful manner.
Cyrus, I'm going live, okay?
Please go ahead. Thank you.
Is it too early?
No, perfectly okay.
I think it will take
He
10
is still
15 minutes.
selecting the
Huh?
people to
Yeah,
light the
10,
dhuni, but I think it's okay. Let us stay
yeah,
put.
yeah.
Never mind, Rakesh. No, never mind. Let's be here
Keep
only.
quiet.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, dear.
We are getting to see all old friends. So there is
Oh,
Amrit and Dara.
there's
Yes.
Amrit. Amrit, we
Amrit
met her
and
today
Dara.
morning.
Jal uncle is next to, and Vithal is next to Jal uncle.
Wow, this is perfect time.
I know. There is Sridhar uncle.
Cyrus,
Yes,
what is the significance of today's dhuni?
the Baba had given the instructions that every 12th of the month, the dhuni should be lit at Mehrdad. And ever since that time, the dhuni, every month on the 12th, this dhuni is being lit. The significance, Baba had never given any significance except for the first time when it was lit in 1925. I think it was 10th of November 1925, when there was shortage of rain in the Arangaon district and all over the place in Ahmednagar. And the villagers came and besieged
This
Baba.
poem was written by
Our
Meher
crops will
Baba
fail, we will
about
all
this
die.
Dhuni.
So many.
And this translation was done by Padri. O Dhuni of Mirabad, how can I express in words your qualities? My pen is utterly incapable. Your flaming mercy descends on all, that wondrous gift to mankind. To quench your glowing flames, your God himself sent cooling rain. Thus he bestowed on you the honor to keep on giving relief to the thousands, to keep on bestowing your grace on the ones who are people, to keep on blessing the helpless.
Is this audible or should I continue?
A wali is a man of
Soumya
God.
said it's audible.
Your qualities are like a wali, dual. Those who merge in you become like you. Marvelous is your glory, wonderful your nature. Capable you are of making life blossom. Capable you are indeed of uprooting the tree of life. You have both the power of making things flourish and also die. Both are your blessings. You'll cook 100 victuals for that one generously, but you'll make that one suffer who annoys you. A wali has clear conflicts. A wali has a clear blemish. A wali has these dual qualities of either preserving or destroying. O Dhuni of Mirabad, Nagar would have been arid without water. Observing the situation, you acted and relieved farmers' worry. You hardened in the form of fire. You melted in the form of water. You gave warmth to the dear ones, and you made the world happy. Remain always surrendered to Baba. Pay homage always to your Guru. Brave are those who serve at the feet of the Satguru. Limitless is your glory, O Dhuni. Only Rishis and Munis can understand your qualities. You put Bairam the fire to sleep, and you made the clouds weep. The clouds melted because of your flame and wetted my shirt and coat. You are the real slave of the Satguru. Remain always near him. Difficult it became for the famine to exist. It got frightened. You really are the true slave of your master. You are my fiery staff, performing your duties through my order of mercy. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. So let me continue.
Yeah, let's
So
continue.
in November, no, I just want to finish what we were talking about. Bobby
Oh,
asked.
so I'll continue
It
like
doesn't matter. Huh? You can put the film again. I think people would like to watch it.
Yeah.
That was on that was on 10th of November 1925.
The true teacher is that one who, having known for my sake, came, having no need to remain.
Should I let Alan talk or you want to say?
And who having known
Is it audible? Can we make out what
I
he's
can
talking?
hear it. I can
Huh?
hear it.
rocks.
It is not very audible.
So let me talk then. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
There is no screen coming. There's no screen sharing. It's blank.
Now?
yes, now it's correct.
Now it's
All right.
fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just say what I have to say. On the 10th of November 1925, when there was drought all over. The villagers came and besieged Baba that there's no rain, and then that's when Baba dug a pit, and that was the first time the dhuni was lit, and it was quite late in the night, almost after sunset, and Baba indicated to the villagers that please go fast to your village. Actually, there was no sign of cloud or anything, but before they could reach their village, there was a downpour and it continued raining for several days. And that is how the crops were saved. So that was the initial aspect of the dhuni, lighting the dhuni. And then later on, Baba much later said that on the 12th of every month, the dhuni is to be lit, and it is being continued since then till date. My only, I don't know whether I should be speaking on this forum or not, but my only feeling is that Dhuni's song is so beautiful in his own words. Now, unfortunately, we translate everything into English, and I should say we really lose the essence of it. I would rather, anyway, I feel like writing to the chairman to say that when there are so many Indians and they understand the Indian language, so why don't we speak in their language
Composition of Baba
rather
is
than translated version? This was composed. We had done this earlier once. Maybe sometime again we'll do that particular dhunis which Baba himself composed, and then we'll talk about that later. So thank you, Rakesh, for showing us the darshan of beloved Baba's dhuni. Shall we move on to our reading now?
Yes, let's do that. Yes, I stopped screen sharing.
Friend Dilshad
Yeah.
has something to say.
So
Uh,
thank you. So we haven't missed anything.
Cyrus ji,
All right.
Cyrus ji,
Bolo ji.
just wanted to share a feeling that this is the last tourney of 2020, a year which has been not been very kind, and we look for the next tourney that will be in next year 2021. So let's hope the whole
Yes.
earth and the world heals. And
Yes.
I cannot resist sharing how awesome it is that we live in a world of technology that we could do this. So thank you so much, Baba, and
Yes.
thank you also for doing this.
Is all Baba's doing that we are able, Baba has said, that the faculties and the facilities which were used by selected few in the past would now be available to all mankind. And I interpret it like this, that people on the advanced plane, they would just close their eyes and see what is happening in real time in India, in England, America, Australia, New Zealand, whatever. Today we are witnessing that through the technological aspect. So
Yeah, we
those.
are so fortunate to be living in this
Oh yes,
technologically
oh yes,
advanced
oh
age.
yes, oh yes, oh yes. Thank you.
Let's hope the world heals in the next year when we meet again on 12th.
it's in
I,
perfect order.
I know, I know. See, the point is, yes, I'm sure when you, this is how I feel, when you need to take a U-turn for the world, there is bound to be some screeching and scratching when the car is taking a turn. So this is what we are going through. And we are very fortunate that we are in Baba's fold and that we are taking everything in our stride uh, in a happy mood. We are supposed to take everything uh, with a state of equanimity and cheerfulness. Yes. Thank you. So shall we
But
continue?
Cyrus ji, excuse me. Cyrus ji, Raksha, Raksha.
Yes, Raksha.
But
You
but
have a
aren't
nice
we?
hairstyle. I like your
Yeah,
hairstyle.
I changed my
Yeah, I
hairstyle.
like it.
Bird, their bird.
It's a bird, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
First the monkeys, now the birds. No, but Cyrus ji, don't you think that we are so blessed in this 2020 to be seeing live Dhuni in our sitting in our own house?
Yes, 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 yes. And live
So
talking from here to all over the world, isn't it? And
yeah, so
live
it's,
everything, in fact, live.
2020 is a blessing
And
also.
how many programs are happening in a day?
Yes. Yeah.
We can imagine, that there's so much of churning in terms of remembrance of Meher Baba in different ways, on different platforms, with different lifestyles. Like how we discuss and talk, somebody else would do something else. Bhajan, somebody would do reading, somebody would do whatever. So yes, we are very fortunate. I agree.
Yeah, today in the morning we went to Mehrabad with Zia. I also was lucky enough to go. But
Yes,
today it was a very different perspective. Today I felt very different. Today it was just about gratitude. The whole thing just changed. Today
yeah,
at
yeah,
Samadhi, it was all about gratitude. That was beautiful.
absolutely. Thank you.
That's it.
I'm sure it
Thank
can
you.
be very beautiful out there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, good. Okay, chalo. So here Baba says, do not get disheartened and alarmed when adversity, calamity, and misfortune pour in upon you. Thank God, for He has thereby given you the opportunity of acquiring forbearance and fortitude. So we need to develop these two attributes, like forbearance, your bearing capacity should be increased, your what should patience should be increased, your trust and faith in Baba should increase, your gratitude should increase. This one underlying thought: nothing ever comes to me unless I deserve it. whatever, good, the bad, the ugly. So if I am going through anything, simply put, I must be deserving it. And if I am deserving it, that means if I am going through the roller coaster ride in my life, I am sure I would have done something in the past. I may not remember because it may be several past lives behind, back. But then I should be in a state of gratitude, saying that, okay, Baba, you know best. And then you accept it. The first step would be, like you accept what is coming to you, then you think of what you would do now and do whatever needs to be done. It totally in terms of gratitude and acceptance. Yes. Okay, Soumya is showing me the meaning of forbearance, which is patience, self-control, restraint, and tolerance. And okay, that is all that is. Going ahead with reading. Those who have acquired the power of bearing with adversities can easily enter the spiritual path. That means those who are suffering in the right way, I'm talking about, not the brooding, weeping, wailing, why me, poor me, why not my neighbor, why not my mother in law, not that type of suffering. Suffering in the correct sense, of using that as a platform of our growth, like a springboard of our growth. Then what happens? Because now we have learned what forbearance is. Now we have learned what fortitude is. Okay. Soumya is showing me again. Fortitude is mental or emotional strength that enables courage in the face of adversity. Because treading the spiritual path is not walking on a bed of roses. There also a lot of issues stem up. And those sufferings are more mental than physical. Why? Because in front of you, you have the power. In front of you, you have so called ridicity, and you are not expected to touch it. You are not expected to use it for your own good. So, that kind of suffering is there, that it's something like on the gross plane, you are hungry, you have got food, delicious food lying on the table, but you are told that no, this is not meant for you. It is harmful, it will harm your health. So, you know it is there, but you can't have it. This is my understanding of the suffering that you may have. And of course, then the last vestige of suffering is in the state of a peer, or the person who is on the sixth plane of consciousness, where the suffering converts into a very deep and profound longing to become one with the beloved. You are thirsting for becoming one with the beloved, but you cannot become one with the beloved till you give up even that thirst, that longing. You give up even that, whatever you call it, that burning, you can say, and say, Baba, or whatever the master is, let thy will be done and not mine. And when you completely, totally, 100% surrender to the master, it is then that the master takes you away from the dream into the awake state, the real awake state. So, in other words, if we are going to, and we all are in one way or the other, going through suffering, we must understand that we are the cause of that. Number two, number one. Number two, how can we use that in our favor? By not blaming, by not running the blame game. Somebody has very well said, it's an English quote which says, that growth begins where blame ends. The moment you stop blaming others for whatever you are going through, you are taking the reins of happiness in your own hand. Otherwise, as long as we put the blame of our suffering onto others, indirectly we are saying that until such time the other modifies, changes, alters his or her behavior, attitude towards us, I am going to suffer. It means that. So, in other words, growth begins where blame ends. Stop the blame. If at all you want to blame it on Baba, because Baba says, if you are suffering, think Baba wants me to suffer. So Baba is making me suffer. That way, at least you do not wind up or accumulate fresh samskaras by having some kind of adan pradan, give and take of emotions, of hatred, of whatever towards another human being. All right. Do not fear suffering or blame anyone for it. Baba has given a lot of importance on courage, on bravery, and on not fearing anyone and anything in life. You see, because fear basically means that somebody is superior to me, somebody is higher than me, somebody is stronger than me, somebody is more influential than me. Whereas Baba says, in the essence, Astitva state, we are all one. But because I have erroneously, foolishly, stupidly identified myself with this body and my mind and all the aspects of the nature, which is called creation, I think that I am this. And therefore I fear, therefore I worry, therefore I am anxious. So Baba says that if once we understand, like Baba had said very beautifully in one of the quotes, again words to the effect that all suffering is because of our ignorance of the true nature of the self. The true nature of the self is bliss. The true nature of the self is infinite power, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss. We are always in that state. The soul is never tarnished, the soul is never touched, the soul is never affected. Everything that happens is only at the periphery level, superfluous level, only the surface level, and not to the reality that is the core. So of course this is all theoretical, but even theoretically understanding and theoretically being convinced would go a long way in accepting it when things do not run the way we want it to run in our own life. Do not fear suffering or blame anyone for it. According to the law that governs the universe, all suffering is your labor of love to unveil your real self. Now, here we need to go a little deeper in the sense each one of us have an implant which is there in our, you call it soul, you call it self, you call it spirit, an implant. It is built in. What? In order to search the answer or get the answer to the very first question, who am I? So in the process of searching, supposing I say I am a man, then I see other as a woman, then I interact with that. If I feel I am rich, I am poor, I am healthy, I am weak, I am handsome, I am ugly, all that stuff. So in the process of searching my real answer of I am God, I am undertaking and doing certain actions which, as a rebound, brings me suffering. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. So, here Baba says, according to the law that governs the universe, the law of karma, the law of cause and effect, the law of as you sow, so shall you reap. In that, according to that law, all suffering is your labor of love to unveil your real self. That means because of my ignorance of the true nature of the self, I thought, I felt that by doing this or by not doing this, I will get happiness. I will get contentment. So, in other words, I am pursuing so many objectives and so many pathways which ultimately leads me to a blank wall, and the suffering is a result of that. But the beautiful part of it is Baba says that every one of us go through this up and down, the so-called evil and the so-called virtue, the so-called health and the so-called uh, ill health, whatever, the so-called rich, the so-called poor. So in other words, each one of us go through this gully gucci, as we say, the lanes and by lanes, and suffer. And if that suffering is taken positively, as Baba says in here and in so many other discourses, then that is the labor of love to find my real self. That is what I understand what Baba is trying to say. in comparison to the infinite bliss you experience on attaining the I am God state, all the suffering and agonies you go through amounts to practically nothing. See, when whatever we are going through right now is in the domain of illusion, is in the domain of unreality, is in the domain of dream, so to speak. Now, when you talk about the bliss, the infinite bliss that you experience, that bliss is in the domain of truth or reality or Advait, oneness, unity, whatever you call it. And when you achieve that state, immediately, automatically, it is not that all questions are answered, but you yourself become the question and the answer. You yourself, you don't have to search anything, you just know, you just are. And therefore, whatever you have gone through earlier before awakening tantamounts to absolutely zero or nothing, because in fact, in reality, it is a zero or it is nothing. Here we complete chapter number 56. Anybody has anything to ask? Otherwise, oh, we still have little time. Yeah. Go ahead. Any questions on this? See, it's such a
Cyrus,
beautifully worded discourse. It has to be understood in the right perspective, because I have come across many, many, many Baba lovers who are in that mistaken euphoria, what? Notion that I am suffering so much, I am going through such terrible suffering in my life. That means Baba is loving me. Of course, Baba loves everybody. And I'm sure Baba would be loving that person more. I'm not denying that. But it does not mean that you inflict or create suffering. I put my hand in the fire, it gets burned. I suffer and I say, oh, Baba is loving me because I'm suffering. That's not it. So we need to understand this discourse in the right perspective. All right. Any questions?
Yeah, Dilshad wants to say something.
Yeah, please.
I want.
Cyrus ji, I loved the sentence that you said. Uh, this growth begins where blame ends.
Correct.
There is one more sentence which I often use also. Uh, fear, fear is absence of love. I don't know where I picked it, maybe Dalai Lama or someone, but that is
Correct.
also a very interesting
Correct.
thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me to share. Before you go on, may I please request Soumya ji to give the definition of forbearance and fortitude, since the page is already open.
The
Thank
page
you
is
so
not
much.
open. She will open the page for you. No
No,
problem.
then it's okay.
No. See, after all, it's beneficial for all of us,
Forbearance is
Why don't you just read out?
Please read a little slowly, Soumya ji.
fortitude is mental or
Can't
emotional
hear.
strength. Fortitude is mental or emotional strength.
Fortitude. Or meant is history. Yeah. And forbearance.
And forbearance is patient self control, restraint, and tolerance. Patience,
In fact,
restraint, and
it goes on to say tolerance under provocation. Even when
Wait,
you are under provocation,
you
even
were
if
so
you are
loud just now. Lovely.
sorry,
Please hold the mic all the time here.
can you hear me now?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That when
Okay.
your whole health,
Somebody commented it is as if I'm sucking a lollipop. So it looks like
let that
all
comment
right,
go.
all
Now
right,
you're
all
so
right, all right.
audible and so
So
clear.
even under provocation, you are supposed to have forbearance and not lose your top that way. All right. Any
Super.
more questions?
Cyrus, what kind of suffering Baba's talking about? See, there's a very slight, a very thin line, like how people say, I'm suffering. So that is one kind of suffering. And I mean, is Baba talking of some other suffering, or what is it like,
No. It is the same suffering. It's a human suffering, the same suffering. There are two types of suffer. One is when you are traveling, it is called मैं सफर पे जा रहा हूँ. That is one suffer. And the other suffering is We go see, basically, this is my understanding, easily said than done. Suffering is an interpretation of what you are going through. I am very weak in math, and my examination paper is there, and I am suffering within. It is my interpretation because I cannot handle a situation. Whereas somebody who is an expert in math, he is exuberant. He is so impatient. When will the paper come? Paper फाड़ देगा ऐसा करके. You know that, looking forward to. So suffering, in my understanding, is an interpretation of things which you cannot handle. You see, this is how I would look at it. And once we understand that everybody goes through it, and that it is my own creation, it is what I have sown in the past, by and large. Why the suffering so-called peaks or increases is because we do not want to accept the blame for suffering. We want to put it on the other. And the moment you put it on the other, you are not going to be cured, because you have given the reins of your happiness to the other person. And you are saying that the other person should change, only then I will stop my suffering. So then you will keep suffering. That's it. Got it, Rakesh?
Yeah, then how does it lead you to the path of love?
But that's what I'm saying. That
Acha, once
only,
you
only
okay,
if
okay, okay.
correct. Only
Right.
if it is handled. There's a very beautiful discourse. The time is short in the discourse where Baba talks about the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions and the actions, and how they are the very means of getting across, equating our past. But if it is not understood in the right context, in the right perspective, then it automatically becomes a source and a cause for further entanglement and further accumulation of samskara. Same goes for suffering. If suffering is handled in a positive manner, like how Baba has said in the discourse, in this particular discourse, then that becomes a source of your growth, and which will lead you to the spiritual path.
Hmm.
Ah,
So it's like,
Dilshad's finger is again on.
yeah, so it's like the love is missing and the suffering starts. Suffering disappears.
No. I told you why. No, no.
Other way
I
around,
said,
other side of the coin.
sorry,
If you
come
handle
again.
suffering, love only comes up. Na?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you,
No,
Rakesh.
I am saying if when love is missing
Uh,
in anything, that is where the suffering starts.
one of the reasons you can say, yeah, but even in love also there is suffering. You may love somebody,
Hmm.
and if you don't find that love, then you suffer, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I have suffered so much for my past girlfriends, so many. They have all married somebody else. Anyway, Dilshad has a point.
So funny.
Dilshad has a point. Yeah, Dilshad.
Cyrus ji, here most of the time we discuss about suffering as a mental suffering, but there is also something which is
Yes.
very stark, which is physical suffering
Yes.
and the pain that comes through bad
Yes.
health.
Yes.
And that is where again the law of universal laws apply of death and decay. Degeneration, decay is going to come with age, and how
Absolutely.
gracefully one accepts it.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you. So basically, anyway, I don't want to go into the deeper philosophies of how mind can be trained to go away from that particular spot of, but let's not go into that, maybe some other time. Who has any question? Any more questions? Or otherwise, Rakesh will show us a beautiful film. It's already 6:16. The film, I think, is 15 minutes. It's a beautiful film of Baba himself lighting the dhuni. Right? Rakesh, are
Yes,
we on that? Or
yeah.
anybody
So,
has any questions? No.
no, I don't.
Lovely. Okay,
We
please
can
go ahead. I'll mute myself. Yeah.
Yes, you show
Thank
that.
you, dear.
Yes.
I think Kunda wants to say something.
Does she want to? Kunda, you want to say something?
No, I just want to say one suffer is in Hindi and one suffer is in English.
Correct. That's what I said, correct. You are right. Okay, chalo.
Okay, we see the movie. Cyrus, in case you want me to pause it in the middle, let me know. You want to just say who's who or some story you want to say behind the scene, just let me know. I think you're on mute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to show the film on Baba's Dhoni lighting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming. Dhoni is
coming.
Okay,
They're
okay.
preparing the Dhoni.
No, I don't think I know many of them except for Francis Brabazon
In this picture.
in this picture, and Lud is there behind. Lud Dimphil is there behind. Of course, Baba we all know. Others I don't know.
Yeah.
So go ahead, go ahead.
Yes.
Maybe some other. This is on the extreme year is William. Bill. He's called William. Bill Beckett. William Beckett is. I think this is further. The one left on to Baba is Kumar, Amrit Shatrughan Kumar. He is Amrit's father, holding the umbrella. Now this is suffering. You can see lips were burned.
Cyrus ji,
Yes, Ji.
this is the first ever Dhuni lit? Okay.
1 minute. This is Baba. Next to him is Krishna Ji. Next to him is Nariman Dadachan Ji. Behind Baba is Merji Karkaria. I don't. Who's this, Soumya? No, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Rakesh. जी, मेरजी करकरिया, शत्रुघ्न कुमार, in between, I don't know, it's not Benji. Anyway, is that all? Go ahead, go ahead. I don't know any of them. Baba is Vishnu Master, Aloba Ji, Pendu, Adi Kaka. Go ahead, Rakesh. Sorry. This will take a long time, huh? This is Pendu talking to Baba. Behind Pendu is Adi K. Irani, Adi Kaka. I'm sorry, no, Adi. No, it's Adi. Then on the right of, on just behind Baba with that topi, is Vishnu Master, and on right of Baba is Krishna Ji. So that is all. No, not Krishna Nair. Huh? There was another Krishna Ji who started observing silence. He had made his ashram in the west, and somehow the story goes that he basically separated from Baba and continued saying that I am now the heir of Baba's ministry. He's no more now. He died about maybe 5-7 years back. Go ahead, Rakesh. Next to Baba on the left was Francis Brabazon. This is Bill LePage behind Baba. This one, the foreigner one, yeah. And Adi on his
Francis
right.
was sitting on the right.
Sorry?
In the previous frame. Francis Brabazon was sitting on
the left of Baba. That's right. Yeah.
In the previous frame.
Yes. This is Bill LePage.
Yeah, this one, huh?
On the left of Baba is Bill LePage. Yeah. And behind is Adi K. Again, Pendu is again on left of Baba. And right of Baba is Vishnu Master, Devrutkar. Go ahead. Yeah, that is Bill LePage. This is, I don't know who's on the right. I think it was Sarosh Hirani. I'm not very sure about that. This gentleman who's, the one slide before.
This one?
No. One slide before. I don't know this gentleman, but one slide before this was Will Beckett. Baba had said that Will and Mary, they are my archangels. Baba used to refer to them as archangels. Yeah.
Which one?
No, move forward. I'll tell Rakesh.
Yeah. I'll put the volume little low.
Don't rewind too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Stop. You saw, no, that elderly person, thin one?
Before this slide?
Before this, yes. But never mind. Name was William. This one. The one in a suit, Will Beckett.
Bill and Mary.
Mary is the wife. She's not to be seen here. Okay, go ahead. I think this is that. Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you ever so much.
Thank
Thank you.
It's a very well filmed program.
Yes. All right.
The
Thanks
script
once
well.
again to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Avtar
Baba.
Meher
Thank you.
Baba ki
Meher
jai.
Baba
Jai
ki
Baba,
jai.
everyone. Jai